In the past few days, you've probably seen or heard of the word IMF. But what's that? And what does it have to do with the South African economy? I know it can be confusing, especially if you're just a regular citizen like me. But worry not. In this video, I'll simplify the complexities and explain what it all means for you. Get ready to understand the IMF and its impact on your everyday life. Let's dive in. In 1944, representatives from 44 countries got together at a meeting called the Bretton Woods Conference. They wanted to make an organization to help countries work together on money and economics, and the International Monetary Fund was created. People often confuse the IMF and the World Bank. Actually, they were created on the same day. The IMF had the job of ensuring stable exchange rates and promote the exchange of capital, goods, and services. They also gave short-term loans to struggling countries. The World Bank initially helped rebuild European countries after the World War, but now the IMF focuses on fighting financial crises globally, while the World Bank works on development and poverty reduction in poor countries. The IMF is funded by subscription fees called quotas. They are paid by the member countries based on their economic strength, but the higher the subscription paid, the higher the voting right that country gets. While the World Bank borrows money from investors by selling bonds. Now, bonds are like special loans that investors can give to the World Bank. This helps them raise funds for their projects and initiatives. The IMF supports economic policies that keep the money system stable and help countries work together. This is important because it leads to more productivity, more jobs, and better economic conditions for everyone. The IMF is run by its member countries, and it has three main jobs, which is to promote cooperation between countries when it comes to money, to encourage trade and economic growth, and to discourage policies that could harm the economy. To do all this, the IMF members work together and cooperate with other international organizations. In order to simplify this, let's use a scenario. Imagine your house was destroyed by floods and you are determined to fix it, and someone steps in to help. Now this is the IMF stepping in and helping you. They provide financial aid like a helping hand, giving you the funds needed for repairs. With their support, you can buy materials and hire skilled workers. But the IMF goes further. They offer technical assistance, guiding you on the best renovation practices and teaching you how to manage finances wisely. Throughout the process, the IMF team stays by your side, offering support and innovative ideas. They help you transform your house into a safe, modern, and sustainable home. With their assistance, your home is now fixed. The IMF is accountable to member country governments. The board of governors that is made up of representatives from each member country oversees its work. The day-to-day operations are managed by the executive board, which is supported by IMF staff. The managing director is assisted by 4 deputy managing directors. South Africa joined IMF in 1961 when the IMF created the African Department. Only 3 of the IMF's earliest members were in Africa. It was Egypt, Ethiopia, and South Africa. After COVID hit the entire world, South Africa, like other countries, was impacted financially. Therefore, they went to the IMF to seek assistance so they could rebuild the economy. As a result, they were given a 70 billion rand loan. Now, the IMF is worried about South Africa's finances. They doubt that the government can reduce the debt and improve the economy on time, just as the finance minister said in the February budget. This could cause problems. The IMF sees problems in the near future due to load shedding, less tax money, higher wages, and more borrowing costs. This makes it harder for the government to manage debt. Now, reducing debt is important to save money for important things like education and healthcare. So, the IMF suggests cutting spending. This includes things like grants, but we all know the negative impact this can have on a lot of people if grants were to be removed. So now, the price of things is rising and the country's account balance is getting worse. Therefore, this makes the rand weak. So the IMF is basically concerned that the economy will grow slowly meaning more unemployment. The government's financial situation will get worse due to declining revenue, debt, and higher wages, but the debt won't stabilize. The IMF basically wants changes to encourage growth, manage risk, and fight corruption. The South African government acknowledges the risks and is working on solutions. They are also focused on reforms and fighting corruption. So, in a nutshell, the IMF is concerned and the government is taking steps to improve the situation. If you're wondering what would happen if we fail to pay the IMF loan, basically, if a country can't pay its IMF loan, it may damage its reputation and credibility. I'll be sharing more videos like this that make complex economic activities easy to understand because it's important for us to be informed. Also, my opinions are subject to correction and further education. If you got any value from this video, please subscribe, like, comment, and share as we are on the mission of educating and empowering others. Thank you for watching.